Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to Endzone. In the last stream we were having a ton of trouble and we started seeing people die in mass, unfortunately, even though I believe we pulled us through with some basic food supplies left. This thing never actually hit the zero, both for food and water. So I kind of expected a few people to kind of pass away, but I did not expect us to have such a mass of people die of starvation. So that was a terrible outcome in the last episode. Now we're going to try and salvage the situation. We've got irrigation set up and we've got tons of fields coming in. If we can maintain the population, it could potentially see us out. I think so. But now we've got the added problem of the earth being irradiated over here. And I do wonder if we can sort that out in any meaningful way. Water coming in here will be bad. So we may as well... What does this say? Is this actually... Oh, hang on. What does that say? Rain contamination, unknown contamination. So it's not actually telling us anything. So we need to build a weather station at some point. I hope we can actually get to doing that. Okay, this episode will probably be telling if we can survive or not. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Let's see if we need to actually dig up the radiation over there. We're heading back into a drought in a few days' time, and our situation with water is not good either. We've got a lot of people working the water though, and a fair number working the farms. So as long as people don't keep dying, I think we may be okay. There is a fair bit of herbs available. Whether that's enough, I don't know either. Okay, let's switch off this overlay because it depresses me a little, and then let's move ahead. We've got people working the fields here. I'm kind of interested to see whether it's worth our while to go and dig this up. I don't think we have the extra people to do that though, so we'll have to keep an eye. How many logisticians we do have? Logisticians. We only have the one. Okay, well, let's see. I'll speed things up a little bit. Maybe the speeding things up is part of the problem. But at least, okay, the food numbers are actually coming up. Water is a bigger concern. The water, we will be able to provide water during the drought. The food is the bigger issue. A lot of our stuff stops producing. Did we just have another one? Starvation was replaced by another settler. I just can't afford to keep doing that. Let's drop the char burner by one. Hopefully that's something we can get away with. I don't know where I can drop any more people, to be honest. This is kind of... I think I'm overproducing food, but it doesn't look like it. We shouldn't need like 10... 11... I mean, 11... 9... 16... 23 people to feed, you know, I don't know, 70... No, 68. We really shouldn't. So that's a piece that I'm a little worried about. But we'll see how it goes. The speed seems tediously slow to me, but maybe it is the way we should be looking at it for the time being. This little blue bar around the edge of the screen indicates that we've got radiation in the area. So people will get sick, especially because there are people without protective clothing. So that's a big issue, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to deal with it. I'm almost hoping that the rain is helping us a little bit. Instead, we need the water though. Ooh, what is that? No, that's not good. That is not good. So these fields have high levels of irradiation, contaminated resources. How are we going to deal with it? We're just going to have to dig it out, aren't we? Okay, well, let's add these tasks. We'll remove radiation. from these also. Let's see if that is helpful at all. We're doing it from our fields, so I'm hoping that will get us there. So let's speed things along. I don't think we have people to go around digging out radiation at this point in time, and we'll probably see more people die. Dropped another, yeah, another child died of starvation. Though food numbers are coming in, it's water that's now freaking me out a little. We don't have anybody that can just kind of go around, do the radiation thing. Another child has died. We need this number to just kind of get a little bit more stagnant, just kind of stay there a little. Another child and another adult. I don't know if we're going to get through this. Died of starvation. Food is becoming available. We need, I don't know how we should be recovering from this. It just doesn't feel like it's possible. Tailors are not keeping pace with everything. We have a little bit of a stockpile over here, so we can probably drop another refiner back. Technicians for the tools, which, yeah, we're still behind on that, so we really can't do much more than that. Wow. Never thought it's going to be such a massive issue. At least to recover from it. I mean, I always knew people will be dying, but my goodness. And another one. I think this needs to be balanced just a little bit. I think we need to be able to just kind of squeeze out of that a little bit, because I don't know how you're going to stop this. And I can't drop the water carriers or anything like that. It's a hunter that's died. Well, no, not a hunter that's died, but do we trim back on some of this stuff? That's the question. It's the only thing that we can do. That's the only thing where we can actually pull back a little bit. Food is doing better than water. Oh, there's another child born. Okay, food, come on, food. I need this food number to come up fairly substantially. Oh, come on, I can't keep losing people. Ronald was born. Okay, we need to keep someone free all the time, otherwise I just don't know how it's going to work. No, we can't drop another char burner. We can't drop any of these. A salvager maybe. Yeah, let's drop a salvager. To 1, down to 1. It is concerning. Children are being born. We didn't get, okay, well, there was bigger problems. We had bigger problems. This water number is really worrying me now as well. And we've got like 12 people working water. And these things are saying they're all filled up. Ooh, they're all filled up. So what is the issue? Is it carriers? Is it, oh, now we're out of coal, so we're not treating it anymore. Ooh, I think we're going to have a rough time to try and survive this one, guys. And they still haven't started digging up this stuff. So yeah, I don't know. People are going to have to eat irradiated stuff. And I don't know. It's going to be hell. Another one of starvation. I just don't get it. We have the food. I know the number isn't looking great, but there is food available. I don't know why you will be sitting out there dying of starvation. I feel that number should have been lower. Okay, excellent. We had someone become an adult. Our first increase, because we have also reduced the population so much that, and yet another one died of starvation. We've also, decreased the population so much that our food should be stabilizing. It's really interesting that we're struggling so much to stabilize the food supply. We have more kids being born. We don't have, it's not looking good in terms of how many people we have working things. And I'm wondering, they say it's not the settlers that are doing the digging. Ah, here we go. Some of the digging is happening. Oh, come on. I can't constantly, and I don't understand. We're losing people, but none of these things are actually getting us there. Tailors need, we're still so far behind with some of this. There's still 19 people that are hungry, but there's food, so I don't know. Where can we take someone out? I don't want to drop the foresters. Well, maybe we can. Let's drop the foresters by one. Herbalists. Yeah, we're gonna struggle. At least they're now digging this stuff up a little bit. So presumably, drought is in a couple of days. Presumably we can at least harvest some of this food. Let's just go ahead and harvest this current yield. I know we haven't sorted out the radiation just yet. Now what we're saying, there's no one that works here. Missing workforce, a farmer has died. I wonder if that's due to the radiation. No, it's starvation. Forester. So why is there no farmer there then? I honestly just don't get it anymore. I'm gonna trim back one tailor. We'll have to get that in there. We'll have to kind of sort out no buildings at the moment, and then I'm gonna actually ask them to harvest the crop field over here, just so that we can get some more food in. Look at all of these children that's being born. It almost worries me. And this number, we just can't seem to get this number to anything reasonable. Yep. Child died of starvation. This is a very depressing little colony that we've got going on over here. Very depressing. Is the radiation? The radiation is slowly going away, which is great. They said the rain could do that also. So let's not dig this area. Let's get rid of that. And I'm worried that a lot of that is still fairly irradiated, or it's just slowly leaving. Okay, let's add one of those to a builder. Low resource radiation protection. Yes, I know that. I know we are out of that. I'm trying desperately to get us there. More people dying. Okay, are we getting this food to get in there? Are they walking too far? Oh, look at that. That's a big jump. The water thing. The water thing, though. I can't really afford to put people towards the task of actually building additional wells, but I think additional wells is probably the thing we need. We don't have any herbs anymore. Stop dying. Stop dying. We have a herbalist working, so means we should be getting herbs, but at least that means people are using them pretty quickly. This situation is really not good. This is a really not good situation we have going over here. Shall we go ahead and harvest that one? That one can't be harvested. This one should be is harvesting. Okay. So food should be coming in fairly strong. I'm not sure about these ones over here. But yeah, we need tons more farmers. It's like we just don't have the people. Having a teacher, I'm not sure that helps us as much either. But anyway, we've got average radiation of all settlers will drain their health and die from radiation. Oh my goodness. It's not great. I would have loved us to be able to sort out our radiation a little bit better, but we don't have coal here to filter. So can I should really not drop any tailors. Maybe a technician? No, we're still so far behind. We need to get those tools and stuff up. Well, people are dying, so maybe we should actually divert someone to do this. And another person died of old age. Okay, that's a little bit of a better outcome, but I can't really afford to be losing people of anything at the moment. Are we able to drop one of these so that we can add an extra char burner? And then where else? Farming, we can't afford to drop them at the moment. Let's drop the hunters a little bit and have some buffer over here. But it's, wow, this is tough, guys. Really tough. I can see that people will have to replay this a number of times. I'll have to replay this a number of times before I'm actually going to be able to get any form of good to actually survive. This drought that's coming in, Is this irrigating stuff or not? Let's have a look at the water. It's pretty wet there, so I'll have to see once that comes in, and maybe that's what's causing the reduction. So let's stop the watering. Maybe that'll get that number to come in. Drought is coming in a day, so let's see if this can sort out that water number a little bit. These numbers are coming up. I'm kind of okay with it. Are we pulling through? Char burners and their tailors, maybe another tailor. We're still so far behind on that. Anyway, let's just leave that now. People are actually digging up the radiation, which is kind of what the idea has to be. Can this radiation just leave, please? Another child died of starvation. Come on, these numbers are coming up. We need not to be starving anymore, really. This is now consistently above 400. Almost reaching that 500 mark. Ooh, now it's dropping a little. Yeah, come on. It keeps coming in. How's this radiation level going? So this area seems to be a big deal for radiation for now. So they are digging up the radiation, which I'm hoping will eventually help us out. Over 600 for food now. The water is the bigger problem now. Okay, and that, if I look at that again, it's still, I mean, even though we dig it up, it seems like it's still an issue. Doesn't seem like it's actually resolving anything, which worries me, because how are you supposed to deal with it? Got some more people coming in. Let's get a builder in place. Let's get an extra farmer out there. Can we harvest some crops over here? Don't want things to die. I'm not sure if this will actually grow throughout. This should still be harvesting. So go ahead. Oh, we haven't started harvesting the peppers. Harvest the peppers, please. Yeah, so really let's up the level over there with water carriers a little bit. I don't know why doesn't the water actually go from the rain collector? This water is full. And I've got like 10 water carriers. So why we can't get it there quickly enough, I've got no idea. How's this cistern looking? Oof, look at that. Lots of people died. And another one. Old age. Okay. Old age is fairly reasonable to me at this stage. Collecting water from numerous sources. New goals? I can really not be doing goals at this point in time. Oh, they want us to up our settlers. I don't know if I can get there. We'll try. What's all kinds of stuff. Save and so on. And the drought is on us. So the question is, what do we do once we reach drought? I think then I just divert people to some of these things so we can salvage a little bit more. Okay, now let's add an extra one to the water carriers over there, and an extra one to the farming. I believe we'll have to switch on irrigation at some point. Is that number coming up at all? That number is looking a little bit better, a little healthier now. Maybe we're out of that. No, this number is not at all getting us what we want to do. Okay, now we've lost water here. So things will dry up pretty quickly. So the only water sources we have available to us, I believe this thing is still full. So there's at least 1,000 water that can be carried over to the other one. So that should be quite helpful. We will continue to produce water over here. I'm not quite sure at what rate though. Can we have an idea? 60 per season, or 2 seasons ago it was 120. So I don't quite know how that works. But anyway, let's switch this one off. And obviously we'll have to, well, oh, that's the fishing. And the water carriers, they will need to go and get water from those guys. So I don't know, let's see if that does anything useful. We've got probably more people available. Let's take the fishes off. We'll redistribute them a little bit to farming. Hopefully we can harvest a few things. I want a few more people on the refining, maybe a couple, well, one on the salvaging part of things. The food situation is looking a little bit better for the population we have at the moment, but that water number is a little bit more dire at the moment. So I'm a little worried about that. This is being harvested. That is being harvested. Is this dying? Can you? Oh, let's switch on the irrigation. Just so that we can see if we can change this situation a little. So with that irrigation switched on, I probably should have switched it on a little earlier. These things will die now. Ooh, look at the red. The red coming in here. Is this going to die? Let's harvest the yield quickly. Oh my goodness, no, we're going to lose it. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. It's going to, ooh, sear. Ah, okay, so now I can at least see what it's doing, but I don't know we've got the water to actually irrigate. So this, what is our levels here? Sear, dry. No, come on, you can't say sear. Oh, some part of it is sear. This part is dry. Well, we'll just have to deal with dry. We can't use more water than that. What is this saying? Sandstorm is approaching. Well, that's not great. That's really not great. It's like you just can't win with this game, can you? Let's drop the salvages by 1 to get at least one person in there. With the sandstorm coming through, it's not great. There'll be damage to buildings and all kinds of things like that. Tons of kids around. Water is oddly is holding. Food is holding. What is this saying? And now this is saying that, what is that? Settlers assigned to this building suffer from a disease. Oh, guys, really? We can't seem to... And I wonder, that disease must be radiation. It's cool to see that we can actually irrigate, but if we can't maintain a water supply, irrigation is going to be the least of our worries. So we're irrigating that to dry, so at least it will maintain some sort of food supply. So I'm kind of okay with us going on a low level, but water seems to be an issue. So okay, let's do a few things. So in terms of buildings, I'm kind of tempted that we do yet another well. And in this kind of situation, I'm thinking maybe we'll do a well up here. And then a water tower. Yeah, we don't have the coal. We can build it, but I don't want to use the plastics and the stuff just yet. I'll rather build a cistern, which is going to be much more cost effective for us at this point in time, because it's basically going to be a well operation here. So let's squeeze that in. That a little yeah, so we're not really, anyway, let's yeah, so we haven't placed that properly. Anyway, I'm not gonna, unless we, yeah, to be honest, let's place it here. Okay, so it's a little closer to that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this construction, and we'll place the well up next to it over here, something like that. Oh, it's smaller actually, but not quite small enough to squeeze in our current block system. So let's try that, a cistern and a well over here, very close to the irrigation piece, very close to people over here as well. That's okay. The other thing that we probably need to do is now we need some medical facilities for the community, and we need more plastic for that. So plastic will become available, but yeah, medical facility, maybe center of town, say about here, is going to be where we're going to go. We are fine. We are going to get through this. Drought should be over now. Let's, people haven't died. Hopefully we'll see a bit of rain, and hopefully the rain that's going to come in is going to be decent. So let's say build this one next. So bring the stuff in. Do we have any people that can work that? Okay. Do we have water back in? Not yet, but it'll arrive very soon. I'm hoping there's a few days that we will be able to survive now. Wow. We've got through it. I think an extra well is going to be a good thing, but I think we actually got through it, and we irrigated, and a child was... What's happened here? So we had a child die of... Ooh, thirst is the problem, and disease is the other one. Can we... We have no idea. That looks like radiation, but we have no idea. Okay, here comes the rain. Excellent. So everything should be a little bit more moist. That entire area is still irradiated, is it? Oh, the water is irradiated. Ah. This is the thing. This is the thing. We need the char burners to be working a little bit more effectively. Okay, what I'm going to do... I'm going to switch the tailors over to the next calves so that we can so that we can just get a little bit more protective gear out there, and we can stop irradiating our plants with the water. That is the big deal. Okay, let's open this up for business. We need a workforce to come and fish. I think that should be okay. Farming, all these kind of things. I would hope that that's going to be okay for now. We need this to be... Oh, look at that. That's much better. That's much better. And there's no radiation over here anymore. So what I'll do is I will cancel that task. Okay. Can we recover? It's been a very rough season on us. Can we recover is the question. Can we survive? Can we recover? That is going to be the question to me. Someone's died of what? Old age. Old age is a very reasonable thing at this point in time, though it doesn't help us out. It's just okay. It's just better. I think we need to get this built. So we are waiting on wood. There is wood available. That's being built. So we will... I'll get someone moved over from water carrier to well keeper. That's kind of the idea, so that we can get that number up a little bit more consistently. But what's going on over here? You can't find... You're missing herbs, missing stuff like that. It'll grow in very soon now, because the rains are here. Okay, radiation is leaving this very quickly. Let's go with none for now. Stop using the water. It is moist. Is it though? Is it moist? We need the water. We need the rain to keep coming in. So for now, let's try and do that. See if that sorts out our radiation so quickly. We need the charcoal to come in here. We lost another person. Thirst. That's not good. But really that number... Yeah, well, anyway, I was expecting that to start becoming a problem a lot earlier. And another... Come on, don't do that. Don't do that to me. Okay, we still need to get this built before we can get it. There is enough wood. Wow, it's tough. Oh, wood is being allocated in a number of locations at the moment. There's only one person that's still sick, and hopefully the herbs will come in and we can treat that person that's diseased fairly quickly. Another person has died. Old age. Okay. Do we have... Got someone spare all the time, it seems. Okay, that's very good. Get these numbers up. Our population has really been quite tight. It hasn't moved a lot in these seasons, so really I'm hoping it's be okay. Okay, there we go. Nice and moist. Over here, all of this can grow. Our food situation is good. Our rain situation is not good. And I don't quite get why this guy isn't getting the charcoal. No one else should be using charcoal at the moment. We've gone over to these next scarves, so they shouldn't be using charcoal either. So where is charcoal going? Are we using charcoal in the construction of anything? Not really. Wood is a bit of a problem. Can we... excellent. People are arriving. So let's allocate a few people over there and one to the clinic. Why am I seeing radiation again? Oh man, the weather must have been radiated, the rain. Let's get an extra person. Well, actually food is okay. So let's get these numbers to something that makes sense. I think that's kind of sensible numbers on the food for now. We've got a pretty decent amount of people on the water, but maybe we should strengthen that number a little bit. Maybe what I should do is I should do a little bit of this. Yeah, I can't drop that anymore. I can drop that a little bit more and put 2 more in there. Maybe that's exactly what we can do. Try and get that done a little quicker. Just so that we get more water done. So now the entire earth here is irradiated due to the rain. Thank you so much. It's very difficult to get ahead. It is really, really very difficult to get ahead. People are fairly happy. Health is a bit of an issue. Hopefully we can get more, maybe protective. Yeah, exactly. We've actually sorted that out. Let's, shall we pause this building just for the time being? Go ahead, build that one so we get our water situation a little bit better. How much water does this thing store water at all? Doesn't seem to be the case. How's our moisture levels? Decent enough for now, but our radiation is my problem, and we just don't have the kind of the people to go ahead and dig this through. What's the issue here? You're waiting on missing wood, but there should be wood somewhere, guys. There should be wood somewhere, and I did up the foresters, so really wood chopping should be a thing. I could go ahead and assign a little task, though I don't really want to do that. Maybe these numbers are coming in quickly enough now. Okay, let's add another person to water carrying. Water carrying is definitely good. We'll keep doing that as best we can. I want these numbers up above 1,000. That we'll need that number, but this number will get much better with this time here. Come on, we need like 8 more wood. There's definitely 8 more wood hanging around. We just need to get it. That's paused for the time being. Can I gather a little spot of wood over here, please? Let's get the guys. We don't have anybody that can work there. Oh, all of a sudden we have no one. Someone's died. Finished building, gathering wood. That's not really an issue. Old age. Let's drop that number by 1 again. See how that goes. 1 builder. All of these others are kind of just keeping there. Okay, hopefully we'll get the radiation equipment. I think I was a little bit too ambitious to be doing the full face mask thing, and really I needed to sort out the rest of this. We need like 5 more wood here. Water bottle. Subscribe with Twitch Prime. Well, thank you so much for subscription. Glad you're enjoying the stuff. Okay, so we're cutting a little bit of wood. Our water is, and our food is now dropping a little bit as well. But these we should be able to harvest them in due course. Or they're probably being harvested. Some of it's being harvested at the moment as well. So hopefully we'll get there. Is there a bit of wood coming in? Okay, now we have a little bit more people. So let's have a look. I should be able to get a few things here. What's this? Contaminated settlers. Because we don't have enough protection. I've just been struggling so much to get this stuff done. What is not happening over here? The refinery has no one working there. Because we're doing metals and cloths. Well, let's close down the metals. There's more than enough metals there. And you can go and work over there so that you can contribute to pretty much everything. Who's just died? For what reason? Settlers without tools, that's okay. Old age. Old age is something that I feel almost better about. Okay, so there's a bit of wood coming in there. They should be able to actually build this now and collect a little bit more water over here from this well. The radiation situation is still a little problematic. Yeah, glad to hear it, water bottle. Where are you from? Okay, I think we've done this. Let's dismantle this one so that they can do some other stuff instead. Like get this built. And there's a few things that still needs to be repaired. So let's do a little bit of that. I'm kind of tempted to do this as well. Just so that we have more farmers that can go ahead and kind of harvest some of these things. What? Okay, that number is looking to be okay. Can this be built, please? Please build this now. Someone's died yet again. Old age. That's okay. More people are becoming adults, which is good. That means that we'll be having more functioning pieces here. We need really a lot of these things. Okay, this is looking really good. Hopefully, we have, and hopefully, I'm really hoping we'll have enough water to actually get us through any droughts with irrigating this stuff over here. At the moment, we're not irrigating. Now, we have a fair bit of people around. So, should we, well, we don't have the protective gear that we need. So, let's have a look at this stuff. So what is going on over here? You're saying that you're missing cloth. So we need a few more people working the refiner. Potentially we'll switch this one to cloth and switch it on as well. Maybe that's what we need to do so we can get cloth running a little smoother. Got these things continuously coming in. Is this collecting its water over here? It is in fact collecting a little bit of water, but fairly slowly. Someone's just died of old age. Okay, I'm a little bit more comfortable with that. Low health is becoming a problem. Tools, I think we're getting the tool situation sorted out, but this protective clothing thing is really struggling. Really struggling with protective clothing. Can we assign another person to being a refiner just so that we can get cloth a little bit more quickly? That's really the operation that we're doing over here. Okay. Okay. Are we holding steady? Oh, food is looking good. Food is looking good. So I'm okay with that. We probably, can we assign another person to water carrying? It's very difficult for me to understand how we deal with these foods, with the water. The food I kind of get, and we're getting that number in a place where it's pretty healthy, and we'll continue to try and grow it. And now we've got a different problem here in that we need to remove radiation. Let's have a look. Oh no, so we've got a fair bit here. No, so we weren't able to increase the population to where they wanted us to increase it. So let's start digging this one because that level of radiation is becoming a little problematic there. Lots of dramatic bells and whistles about us not doing things. Okay, we've built the stuff that we needed to build, so maybe let's just get those things digged up, the radiation digged up over there. The radiation level is getting dangerous at the moment. Why is this not filtering? Really, it should be. I mean, we've got 3 char burners doing coal, and we shouldn't be using coal anywhere else at the moment. Oh, hang on. Are we using it for this? We shouldn't be, right? Does it use coal? It doesn't use coal. None of this uses coal. Does it through the process use coal? Doesn't seem like it. What is our coal? Can we have a look and see how we use coal though? Those are the foods and the stuffs, and over here coal. So consumed 5. So we really, coal is a very low producer. And is it that because we can't find the stuff, or what's going on? Walking too far maybe? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'll build the building a little closer by. Okay. Things looking a little better there. Resources, actually logistics. And we'll say a depository. Let's grab a depository right over here somewhere. Maybe the fact that we have so few depositories is maybe what's causing our problem. And another drought is heading our way yet again. Whew, it is a struggle to keep people alive in this game. There's just so many things. You need to be so much quicker. And I thought the low confidence was going to be a problem, but people are pretty confident with what we're doing. Having our basic resources was the bigger issue here. That is a pretty decent amount of food, but still the water situation is one that is frustrating. And now people are dying again. Starvation? Why? Honestly, it should not be a thing. Dying of starvation should not be a thing. Not at the moment. Thirst, maybe. Another one? Old age. Okay. Better. Better. What's going on over here? Missing scrap? No. Why? There's tons of scrap right over there. Why is that? I've no idea why we can't get the scrap that we need. You just go and fetch it over there. Shall we set this to start harvesting before we lose it? And this maybe? Yeah, this one should be harvesting. We're not going to get any better than that. This one, yeah, let's just start harvesting on all of these. Okay, radiation is getting out of there. Before we get to drought, I would want us to switch over to irrigating, but still I was hoping we'll get that number a little bit better. This water number. I have no idea how we can speed that process up. If any of you have, let me know. Got the extra well. I mean, these guys are just supposed to be running out here getting the water, right? There they go, grab the water, go back. And I've made this as close as possible. Over here out of cloth? Why? We're still not getting this number better. Should have done the double tailor thing much quicker, much earlier on. Let's harvest this field over here. Okay, so earth radiation is not too bad over here. Yeah, this is not good. What's our radiation look like? Ooh, we've got lots of people with that's contaminated. That's not good. We're gonna die. Even more so than what used to be the case. We are harvesting this. And we are harvesting that. And this is just kind of hanging in there at the moment. There's nothing on here. Nothing whatsoever. Did we just harvest? Potentially we just harvested that. Wow. And with our population numbers, it's really not looking good for us at the moment. I'm not sure what else we can do. Oh, we can up that number a little bit to get the protective clothing there a little quicker. But we're getting through the cloth so quickly either. It's 2. Salvager. It's okay. Just the 1 is fine. Foresters, I don't know if we need that many though, but that number isn't great. Is that going to be... Yeah, that's just going to have to do it. Not much else we can do at this point in time. Did I up the tailor? I did not. So we need another one somewhere. I don't know if I can drop any of the food guys though. We're already so low on this. Anyway, let's just do that. Let's just do that and see. Maybe a few people will grow up. You missing what exactly? Missing some scrap. Wow, more people dying. Saying goodbye. Scrap and electronics hanging out over there. There is scrap available. Just go and get it. Another person has died. Old age. Ooh, one by radiation though. Ooh. And another. Yeah, things are not looking good. The water situation, I don't know. The next drought is going to be tough on us. Tough. Tough, I tell you. Okay, drought in a day. Scrap. Still more scrap problems. Wow, this is tough. What are you saying? You can't find scrap either? More radiation issues because of the rain. Oh, this is not good. This is really a tough game. There's so many elements that you have to deal with. It's not just basic needs and stuff like that. It's so much. There's just not much we can do. You just have to fight this. It's just a constant battle. With these radiation levels, we're going to have people dying of radiation, and the protective clothing is not going to help them out. We needed, at this point in time, I believe we needed a much stronger population that can go out and dig the radiation straight away, because it is becoming pretty high now. It's medium levels of radiation, so people will definitely be dying of that now. We've got a few people there, but actually we need this person to actually go and build some stuff. Medical facilities, I don't know if that's a thing. The herbs go out quicker than we get them. I was thinking the protective clothing is probably a thing that we needed. But yeah, oh, this is tough. More people dying again. Old age only at this point. And another one. Okay, let's do that. Char burner. At least now this should be, this is active, so we are using our coal to actually filter this water. And my question is, so if we look at this, right, so we could do an extra kind of one over there. I think we just need the one water table to sort things out. I mean one water tower to be able to filter things, but it is a bit of an issue. Settlers with low health, that number is coming down a little bit. So yeah, that number is coming down. There's a bit of rain coming in, last little swath of rain, I'm thinking. And who's dying of what now? Old age again. That's kind of okay, but I can't afford to lose more people. It's getting quite depressing over here, I must say. Yes, so water bottle. Yes, I don't think we'll survive this one. So I don't think this is going to be a long-lasting series. Yes, and then Airport CEO, I will definitely do as soon as we get as the Alpha 35. Alpha 35? Yeah, Alpha 35 update comes out. So the terminals update. I will start as soon as that comes out, and I'm assuming it'll be any day now. So that's basically the long and the short of that. I might do a Sim Airport now that Sim Airport the main release version 1 is out. Why? There's so much stuff not happening over here now. Let's just have a look. What are you? We're out of people. We're out of cloth. We're out of everything. We're out of scrap. Okay, so things start to get bad really quickly, it seems. We should be in drought now. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll stop the fishing, pull these people off. We'll move some people into salvaging and refining. Maybe one into farming, and I don't know if that's going to help us much in terms of the water carrying over there. Probably can trim that down to a rudimentary amount, and maybe we can try and get a few other things done while we have a few people around. That is kind of my view of it. But yeah, our health concerns here are getting a little bit problematic. There's still a fair bit of scrap that can be gone and collected over there. and we are continuously losing people. It's really difficult, it seems, to bounce back. It is really difficult to bounce back. That's been closed. I'm not sure we're going to make it in terms of... Oh, actually, what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to irrigate this a little bit. Which is a little bit of a worry, because that'll take the little bit of water we still have out of circulation. Wow, we are struggling, but the drought is at least not just only 1 day long. People dying again. We're really struggling with that. Radiation. See, this is the thing. Now we won't be able to deal with radiation, because this is getting really high and we don't have any form of proper protection. And we just don't have... And another dust storm. And it made the radiation worse. I was hoping it maybe will move it away instead, but that radiation thing is really getting tough. Wow, that is a concern. If we look at the moisture here, that's from sear to dry, so it should hold a little bit of food. But yeah, food ended up not being the issue then in the end. Even though an hour ago people were dying everywhere of starvation. Now it's I'm not sure we'll be able to deal with it. We're not getting anything built here. Do we still have a builder? We have a builder. You should just come and build this, right? Everything is there. The water situation is going to see people starve. We have enough coal to actually filter some of this water, but unfortunately the same can't be said for all of this. There's almost no water in here. Okay, well let's close that down. What's going on here? Water, no water here either. My goodness, we are pretty much out of water. That is not good. Wow, this has been an absolute uphill battle, and we haven't been able to sort things out at all. Wow, look at this level of radiation and the drought. Oh, and we're out of water here, so this isn't irrigating anymore. But there we see a little bit of this coming back in, so we can get people to work the fishery. If we have people, by the way. I'm going to trim back a couple. Wow, we don't... our water carriers have been dying, it seems. Oh, we moved them over. Something like that, maybe. Let's trim back one forester there and see if that can do the trick. But oof, it's such a lot of tweaking. I must be honest, I've not been having a lot of fun in this episode, just because it's been really difficult to manage the situation. Moisture is coming back to the lands. We're not getting any of the goals done. Radiation is still a massive problem. And we don't have, and look at that level. That level is getting so high that we're probably going to be losing people a lot just because of radiation. Is the rain taking it away at all? No, it's making it worse. So it is challenging. Well, guys, 5 minutes left in the stream, but I must say, I think I'm calling it. I think we're not gonna survive. And so yes, that has kind of been the look at Endzone. I think it's a game with tremendous promise. It's extremely challenging. So I'm assuming replayability would be pretty hard, pretty high, because you'll have to give it a few shots before you can actually get it to work. There's so many things that you have to deal with all the time. So really good. If there's anything you wanted to know about the game, let me know. I'll be able to answer a couple of questions still in the next few minutes. But yeah, we're not this little colony has unfortunately not survived. We almost survived starvation, running out of food, but all of this is just getting a little bit too much now. there's just so many things that we can't. We're actually getting enough protective wear now, but we don't have any medical facilities, so really difficult for us to continue this because we can't deal with radiation, because we're not geared. Oh, it's reducing. Radiation levels are reducing. Oh, maybe we'll pull through. In fact, maybe we'll pull through, but I doubt it. People are pretty irradiated. I think one of the things that I've noticed here is you should start an irrigated system very quickly. You should develop much more water, wells with a water tower, so that you can get through the droughts in terms of that, and you can irrigate your crops while that's the case. You should get your protective clothing done very quickly, but just stick with the scarves in the short term. Get your char burner up so you can get coal, so that you can actually filter the water that goes into the water tower, and make sure you use a water tower, not just cisterns. And I think then you can start focusing on the other stuff. So I know people have said that if your confidence drops, people leave, but man, people dying is almost worse. I think I haven't had that many people leave because they were unhappy. You do need to build things like cemeteries and so on in between, but I think you can hold back with the medical facilities for quite a while if you. What is this saying? High radiation contaminated the resources because we're out of coal here. Yeah, so you do need to get your coal up and running really quickly. I mean, it started raining again and we still can't get our water up. And we should probably stop irrigating the fields here, because they should be pretty moist. And the radiation levels have reduced a fair bit. So, but I don't know if we will be able to recover from that. So yeah, this is a few things that I've learned from this little playthrough here. It's been a challenge, but this game, I think it's got a lot of potential. I think it still needs to grow in terms of a little bit of content, maybe a little bit of balancing. I'm not the kind of guy that wants a game to be easy, but I do think there's no firm way of actually getting yourself out of a situation, because once it goes down, you just can't seem to recover. You'll just have to restart. Our water situation and our radiation situation is going to cause this colony to collapse completely. If we look at what's going on here, thirst and radiation is, in fact, killing people much more quickly than we can actually manage it. So I think if you don't set up your colony properly, I think that may be the difficult part. Setting up the colony properly is your real thing, and you need to understand what is more important. So community facilities are really not as important as making sure that you've got a constant supply of water and food during the droughts, and you need to be able to create those environments in relative safety, so people don't die of radiation while that's the case. So guys, I'm going to end it over here. Thank you so much for joining the stream and the subscriptions. Water Bottle, thank you. Welcome as a new subscriber. Yes, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back in the next stream with something else. I'm not too sure yet what yet. It could be Airport CEO if the new alpha comes out. Alternatively, it might be a little bit of Sim Airport. So yes, thank you so much for joining. And I will see you next time. Have a good one and stay safe out there. Bye bye.